Welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Find the frames you love at Quartz Optical. Shop today and enjoy 50% off our wide selection of fashionable frames. Choose from our flexible payment plans from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today at www.quartzoptical.com. Remember, at Quartz Optical, your comprehensive eye exam is always free. So come in and find the frames you love at 50% off only at Quartz Optical. See in store for details. Quartz Optical, value you can see.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Vincentian film will be proudly represented at the 2023 Berlin International Film Festival, the largest film event in Europe, on invitation from UNESCO. This was announced by Haruna Film Festival via their official Facebook page. We are excited to announce that Haruna Film Festival has been invited by UNESCO to represent Vincentian film at the 2023 Berlin International Film Festival, they stated in their post. From February 14th to the 22nd, director of Haruna Film Festival Aiko Rodet will be promoting 8 Vinci filmmakers at the European Film Market in Berlin, the largest film event in Europe. The 8 filmmakers that will have their work present at the event are Jamali Jack, Javed De Souza, Colin Brown, Tolga Actually, Aiko Rudet, Hayden Belingi, Akli Olton, and Dante Oliver. St. Vincent is one of 10 Caribbean countries invited by UNESCO in partnership with the European Union to take part in the Caribbean Umbrella Stand in the European film market. The Rotary Club, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, has launched the Fill the Bucket campaign, which aims to provide irrigation access to farmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This project, according to the Ministry of Agriculture, was initiated by the Rotary Club of St. Vincent District 7030 and is funded by the donations of clubs in Ohio's Rotary District 6600. It aims to provide water tanks and establish ram pump systems for approximately 111 farmers. The ram pump system will be established through the use of nearby streams as a water source. The Agriculture Ministry says that the project comes at an opportune time when the country and the farming community is affected by several existential shocks, such as climate change, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the effects of the 2021 La Soufrière volcanic eruption. Still on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves and his delegation to Venezuela returned to the state at midday on Wednesday following a one-day official visit, a visit that he says was very fruitful. On the agenda was SVG's presidency of the Community of Latin America and the Caribbean, CELAC, along with other regional and integration issues, such as air travel, CARICOM, and science and technological cooperation. The Prime Minister also indicated that a number of bilateral discussions were held, which produced decisive actions in relation to the disbursement of monies for 2 major projects locally: the Little Tokyo Rehabilitation Project and the Fisheries Fleet Expansion Program. These monies are now expected within 45 to 60 days. Prime Minister Gonsalves also took the opportunity to convey a message to the American leaders that the government of Venezuela is interested in having good relations with the USA, in dignity and self-respect, and to have dialogue without preconditions in the interest of peace and prosperity in the hemisphere. On to news in the region. Guyana's President Irfan Ali on Wednesday said that Guyana must never be found wanting as it relates to the security of the state, urging the Guyana Defense Force to always be ready to respond to security challenges. He told the annual GDF Officers Conference that Guyana must take stock of security threats in other countries and prepare itself, noting that as an oil-producing country, the Caribbean Community CARICOM country could attract some of those threats. Guyana's president said in addition to security challenges, the GDF also has a responsibility to rise to the challenge and deliberate on how it will address issues such as food and energy crisis, not only in Guyana but in the region, so that it will also be in a state of readiness to respond. Ali said that the GDF to where Ali said to get the GDF to where it needs to be, continuous training is necessary and that his administration already plans to review the officer's deployment to embassies and high commissions, saying that the country must be well represented. As Jamaica's police continue to enforce the new Road Traffic Act, a total of 5,533 e-tickets amounting to $34.9 million have been issued by law enforcers since the new road rules took effect on February 1st. The tickets were issued in the first 6 days of the month, according to statistics released by the Jamaica Constabulary Force (JCF) at a press briefing on Tuesday. Of the 5,533 tickets issued, 401 have so far been paid, totaling $2,357,500. In expounding on the data presented, Jamaica's Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, said the JCF recently received an additional 750 e-ticketing devices, bringing the total number of devices to 820. He said they are currently being rolled out across the country. On the international scene, the plight of hundreds of thousands of people left homeless by earthquakes in Turkey and Syria grew more desperate on Thursday, while hopes faded of many more people being found alive amid the ruins of cities. The death toll from Monday's quakes, which struck in the early morning, passed 17,000 on Thursday across both countries. It was the biggest natural disaster to strike the region since 1999, when a similarly powerful earthquake killed more than 17,000 people in Turkey. A Turkish official said the disaster posed very serious difficulties for the holding of an election scheduled for May 14th, in which President Tayyip Erdogan has been expected to face the toughest challenge in his 2 decades in power. With anger simmering over the slow delivery of aid and delays in getting the rescue effort underway, the disaster is bound to play into the vote should it still go ahead. And finally, in sports, Novak Djokovic was named on the entry list for the upcoming Indian Wells tournament on Wednesday, but he is expected to be barred from traveling to the United States due to his COVID vaccine status. The Serbian world number 1 is a 5-time champion at the ATP 1000 event, but has not played a match on the hard courts in the Southern California desert since 2019, Sky Sports reports. The United States has in place a vaccine requirement for foreign air travelers that is not expected to be lifted before main draw action kicks off on March 9th. The US government said last month it would lift COVID emergency declarations on May 11th, nearly 3 years after it imposed sweeping pandemic measures to curb the spread of the illness. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts, St. Vincent Limited.
Go. Find the frames you love at Quartz Optical. Shop today and enjoy 50% off our wide selection of fashionable frames. Choose from our flexible payment plans from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today at www.quartzoptical.com. Remember, at Quartz Optical, your comprehensive eye exam is always free. So come in and find the frames you love at 50% off only at Quartz Optical. See in store for details. Quartz Optical, value you can see.
Welcome